Thank you, Mr. President. If my colleague, Senator Bates, the Republican leader, is going to join me at our majority leader's desk, and I appreciate your attention because this is a special moment. We are getting ready to recognize some individuals that have been very critical to our success thus far in the legislative calendar year. And so it deserves the attention and the celebration that we intend to give it in our remarks. So I'm proud to be here with Republican leader Pat Bates as we kick it off, and we'll invite the members up to join us as we give a very well-earned resolution from the Senate chamber to each of our fellows. So again, thank you, Mr. President. Today, we are going to acknowledge the contributions and the service of the 2017-18 California Senate Fellows, who will be departing at the end of this session. The Fellows Program is jointly operated by the Senate and the Center for California Studies at Sacramento State University. Established in 1973, the program grew out of a desire to provide college graduates of diverse ages, experiences, and backgrounds with insight into the legislative process. In addition to providing exposure to the legislative process, the participants provide members and Senate policy committees with invaluable staff assistance. Fellows bring a very special energy and enthusiasm into our offices. We and the people of California have been well served by the presence of these exceptional individuals. And I am pleased to be joined by Senator Bates in introducing the Senate Fellows and presenting them with resolutions commending their exemplary service. Senator Bates.
Thank you. The Senate Fellows Program is one of the most prestigious and successful programs of this type in the nation. We draw applicants not just from California, but from throughout the country. We receive almost 500 applications each year, and acceptance into the program is very competitive. The fellowship experience broadens the perspective of those planning academic, private sector, and government careers so that they carry into their chosen fields an understanding of the legislative process and how to impact the development of public policy. In addition to their office placements, an academic component is an integral part of the fellowship. The fellows are enrolled as graduate students at Sacramento State and earn 6 units of credit. It is our pleasure to introduce the 2017-2018 Senate Fellows. Senators are invited to join us for a photograph with their fellows as they are introduced.
Thank you, Senator. And I would be remiss if I didn't add to that that many of our leadership staff in this institution grew out of this program. And in fact, there's quite a number of members of the legislature, some with us today, who participated in this program. And I'm certain that they would say that it was an invaluable experience that helped them be ready for the job as elected officials. So no doubt we will see some of these folks back in years to come in a very different role. With that, please join Senator Bates and I in recognizing the following fellows. Anissa Bedea from Irvine, California. She graduated from UCSD with a BA in Political Science and Government. She was placed in the Business Professions and Economic Development Committee, and she will be joined by Senator Hill. At the conclusion, Republican leader Bates and I will take a picture with the group of interns, but we'll just at the beginning let the individual members get their incredible pictures with the fellows. Christian Beltrain from Los Angeles, California, graduated from Loyola Marymount with a BA in Economics, Political Science, and Government. Christian was placed in the office of Senator Stephen Glazier. Lindsay L. Chin from San Mateo, California, graduated from Scripps College with a BA in Public Policy, was placed in the Public Safety Committee with Senator Skinner.
I know, nice to meet you, thank you.
Next up, John Jake Ferreira from Davis, California, graduated from St. Mary's College of California with a BA in economics. Jake was placed in the Senate Labor Committee. Jake has the distinction of having served with 3 members of the Labor Committee, Mr. Bradford, Mr. Pan, and Mr. Lara. And we'll do a little dance here and see if these members would like to, you know, what a challenge you had, Jake. He worked through 3 of you. Three. Next up, Nicholas Gaithier from Grass Valley, California. Graduated from William Jessup University with a BA in History and Public Policy. Nicholas was placed in the office of Senator Jeff Stone. David Gonzalez from Los Angeles, California, graduated from UC Berkeley with a BA in Political Science and Government. David was placed in the office of Senator Janet Nguyen. Sarah Haynes from Sacramento, California, graduated from Vanguard University with a BA in Communication and Political Science Government. She was placed in the office of Senator John Moorlach. You also got a tall person.
Yeah. It's Wayne Haynes' daughter.
Oh, yeah. Angela Hill from Napa, California, graduated from UCLA with a BA in Political Science and Government. Angela was placed in the office of Senator Scott Wiener. Next up, Francisco Montes from Modesto, California, graduated from UC Berkeley with a BA in History. Francisco was placed in the office of Senator Connie Leyva. Senator Bates.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Atkins. Beginning with Alan Moore from Oakland, California, graduated from UC Santa Barbara with a BA in anthropology. Alan was placed in the office of Senator Holly Mitchell. Jason Muehlhoff from Brea, California, graduated from Biola University with a BA in Political Science and Government. Jason was placed in the office of Senator Andy Vidak.
Great tie for today.
Tess Schirkenbach from Phoenix, Arizona, graduated from Azusa Pacific University with a BA in Political Science Government, was placed in the office of Senator Mike Morrell. Gabriel Smith from Pomona, California, graduated from Cal Poly Pomona with a BA in Political Science Government, was placed in the office of Senator Ed Hernandez.
Come on forward.
Jared Smith from La Habra, California, graduated from California Lutheran University with a BA and a BS in Criminal Justice, Political Science, Government, and is in the office of Senator Anthony Cannella. Victor Torres from Fresno, California, graduated from UC Irvine with a BA in Political Science Government and worked in the office with Senator Bob Hertzberg. Michelle Valdivia from Lodi, California, graduated from UC Berkeley with a BA in Social Welfare. Michelle was placed in the office of Senator Ricardo Lara. Jamal Wilson from Compton, California, graduated from the University of Montana, Missoula with a BA in Political Science Government. Jamal was placed in the office of Senator Mike McGuire. And certainly last but not least, Angela Yip from South San Francisco, California, graduated from UCLA with a BA in Asian American Studies, Political Science Government, and was placed in the office of Senator Nancy Skinner. Congratulations to our 2017-18 class of Senate Fellows. You all have a very bright future, and we wish you continued success. Thank you so much.
And for those that are able, there will be a reception. Members, we have business, but there are many friends and family members who should be able to join our incredible fellows adjacent for a reception. Senator Bates and I are going to step out for a moment because we think it might be a nicer, more beautiful photo if we take it on the steps. And that way we have a nice photo for our class of 2018. Thank you, Madam Budget Chair. 17-18. It's been a long 2-year session. So thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, colleagues, for giving a wonderful send-off. Not quite yet, but at least we get to celebrate today before we move into this next 3 weeks of incredible, the grand finale. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. President.
Congratulations to our Senate fellows.